Vaguely trying to keep within a narrow focused range, this is Tell It to Someone. First question is from The Naked Wombat. I've seen my dog having conversations with the letterbox. Is he a spy, and what would Putin do? Well, whatever Putin does, he's already done it already. So here's what you have to do. Your dog has a little dog toy. Now, inside that dog toy is a film canister. Now, when he goes into the park and drops the dog toy accidentally, retrieve that dog toy. But it's being watched, so be very careful. Make sure that you take the dog toy away, and don't disturb anything around it. Then take the little film canister out and replace it with the film canister I left behind the dashboard in your car. Underneath the glove. There we go. Underneath the glove box, right? And put that in its place. Okay. And that will make sure everything is okay relatively. I'm sorry for your loss in advance. Next question is from Firefly4F4. With last week's installment of the series, you are officially 1/3 of the way to number 666. How do you feel to know that you are approaching the goal of becoming the devil? Well, that previous answer will get me further towards the goal than just making a whole stack of videos. Next question is from Canadian Atheist. Do you play a musical instrument, and will you play it for us? I could play it, but then I'd have to delete my whole channel, because everything's copyrighted these days, and I really play it badly. Okay, I can make a sound out of the clarinet. I can make a sound. Naked Wombat's dog is the only one that he can hear it though. And there's a reason behind that. Ask Putin. Next question is from KB. My other half insists that when I went to primary school, I used to ride on a dinosaur. How can I prove him that dinosaurs were not around 50 years ago, apart from the birds? Oh. Well, see, birds are kind of dinosaurs-ish, relatively. And there's also the Tuatara, which is kind of not a lizard and kind of not... Yeah, so that's also kind of dinosaur-ish like, but not quite. So, dinosaurs are kind of around, except they're all dead and fossilized, and they're not actually dinosaurs, they're just fossils now. And apparently fossils don't exist, apparently, according to that video by that crazy girl. And I always believe crazy girls, because if I believe them, maybe I can get into there. Never mind, next question, please. Mr. Roman asked the next question, and of course the last question this week. We all know that the Earth is a pancake, and that is why it's flat. How long before our pancake planet is done baking? Well, see, I've been to pancake restaurants before, and they usually take 3.5 minutes, and this been cooking for 3.5 billion years. So, we've got a problem here, because our pancake planet is probably a little bit overdone, and if you try eating it, apart from the fiery, hot, gooey bit inside, it's going to be a little bit tough, a little bit rocky. You don't want that. You probably want to eat one of the outer planets, like Neptune, and the one next to Neptune with the funny name. You know what I'm talking about. I'm not saying Uranus. Damn it! Okay, that's it for Tell It Someone for this week. If you would like to ask a question, of course, there's a question askering place down there. Or you could share it, like with everybody who you think would like this crap. For those who are uninitiated, that is called a dovetail question. It is a question that I ask in order to get more people to put stuff in the question asking place, and sometimes when they answer the dovetail question, then they then they ask a question for next week, which means I get great questions like this week's. That was good, the Putin one, and then I was able to segue into it really nicely there. It saves me from having to come up with like actual content every week. I'm dangerously talented and I don't have a cool sign off.